Hey everybody, so let's talk about how to protect your honey supers from wax moths once you've taken the honey supers off of the hives. Now hopefully you've taken the honey supers off the hives, you've extracted the honey, you've put those supers back on the hives for about 24 hours so the bees could clean up all those drips of honey. Hopefully you've left at least one box back on your hive, so your hives are at least 2 boxes tall over the summer. But those excess supers now need to be protected from wax moths because wax moths will eat up all that comb that the bees work so hard to build if you don't protect them. So I'm going to show you how to protect your comb from wax moths. Now, you don't have to be suited up to do this. we just came out of the bee yard making some other bee yard videos. Though the gloves are helpful because you don't want these wax moth crystals on your hands. This is for reference, this is a 1 pound package of wax moth crystals. Probably don't want to have this in your car when you get pulled over, so you should probably keep this somewhere outside your car because it looks like something else. So if you just have 1 or 2 honey supers, it's really simple. You can get an old sock, doesn't matter what brand, any brand will do, and you're going to put only about 1 ounce of wax moth crystals inside this sock. So this is 16 ounces for reference, so 1 ounce isn't going to be a whole lot. So you're going to put about 1 ounce into this sock. I'm not going to physically do that because I'll make a mess. And then you can tie that sock up. So probably not a super short little sock. So tie that sock up. You can lay it right on top of the honey super, and then you're going to put this honey super inside a big black trash bag. So, and then tie it up. You get the idea. So one quick thing is you don't want to leave this in the heat. You can put it in your garage or something, it's fine. But out in full heat, it can get so hot that it'll melt the comb. So store it in your garage or something. Once you've sealed that up really tightly, you shouldn't need to reapply crystals because maybe every month take a quick peek in there, but it should be okay if it's sealed up really tightly so no wax moths can get inside. Now, if you've got a bunch of supers, let's say you've got 10 or 20 supers, this isn't very practical, right? Because it's 1 trash bag. So we can do a whole stack. We can take a stack of supers just like this. Now you don't want to do more than 5 deeps or 10 mediums tall because the crystals won't make it all the way down to the bottom. But you can get a stack of supers, stack them up really tightly so there's no gaps between them. If you do have cracks or something, you can seal them up with any sort of tape. And you can just get a piece of paper and put it on the top bars. And then you're going to put about 3 ounces, now this is 16 ounces, about 3 ounces of these crystals right on top of this paper. And then you can get a lid and put it right on top. And now you're going to need to check this about every 3 weeks because those crystals will dissipate after about 3 weeks. If you open it up and you don't see any crystals, time to reapply. But it should last about 3 weeks or so in a stack like this. And one other quick thing to keep in mind is wax moth crystals, these paradichlorobenzene wax moth crystals. Number one, they're not the same as mothballs. Don't use mothballs because that'll really damage the comb. But they don't kill wax moths, they only repel them. So if you see any larvae, any wax moth larvae in your comb, then you need to put that comb in the freezer for a couple of days to kill those before storing them because it won't actually kill the wax moths or their larvae. So they need to be larva or wax moth free when you store them in this comb. So that's really it. I mean, check them pretty frequently. Your bees put a lot of work into your honeycomb, so check them to make sure that the wax moths aren't getting a foothold. And once you start getting regular freezes in the wintertime, you can stop applying because, of course, the wax moths can't survive real well in freezing temperatures. So that's it. Feel free to check out TexasBeeSupply.com for a lot of other helpful videos, and we'll see you there.